So, the statement should not contain complex and subtitle relationship between them. For example, they should not contain acronym. All those things come under complex and subtitle relationship. Subtitle, title, subtitle relations between sentences. So there should be no interlinkages between the sentences. So these are the challenges in textual mining. So let us move to the another concept of textual mining, that is database query language. Let us move to the database query language. So what is database query language? Database is nothing but the collections of data which is kept at one place. What is query language? Query language is nothing but the language which are used to get the required data. We'll be doing a querying, that is known as querying language, is nothing but the requesting language. So database. So just we'll be having a glimpse of it, so we'll be not going into the depth of it. So what we'll be doing in database, we'll be specifying the request to the database to have the required. For example, if you want to have the mark list of 10 students, so we'll be giving that we'll be selecting select star from database where n is equal to 10 or when. So this is how the SQL MySQL syntaxes will be. So we'll be dealing with all those now. So what is database query language? It is a language which is used to request data from the database, is known as database query language. So let us talk about the kinds of knowledge will be discussed in database query language. So the set of data relevant to data mining, this is one of the data mining task itself. So what we'll be doing is that we'll be learn about kinds of knowledge of database query language. So there are five kinds. The first one is generalization. Generalized relationships. What is generalized relationship? Generalized relationship is nothing but the top down. So let us discuss one by one now. What is first one is generalized relationships. What is generalized relationship? Generalized relationship is nothing but a bottom up approach in which two or more entities of lower level combine to form a high level entities. For example, if I have already shown that if this hierarchical classification, if A and B are in the lower level, so they will be formed into one cluster, that is AB. And if C is another cluster, and if C want to have a pair with AB, then they will be found ABC cluster. So this is what is generalized relationship is. So it is a bottom up approach. In which two or more entities is of lower level combined to form a higher level. So that is what is called higher level entity. So this is called generalized relationship. So let us come to the another kind of knowledge from the DBQL, that is known as characteristic rules. What are characteristic rules? Characteristic rules are nothing but the rules which describe about the primary key and primary key, foreign key. So all those it deals with this type of keys and that uniqueness of the attributes used in the databases. So it is nothing but the characteristics of the database. So what is the characteristic rules? It should be self-describing in nature, sharing of data and to multi-user system, control of the data redundancy, data sharing. All those comes under characteristic rules. So let me write a self-description. Self-describing nature, and it should be control of data redundancy, redundancy should be there, and it should be data sharing. So databases will be queried by many users, right? So it should have a database data sharing facility, and should be support for multiple user. So these are the some of the characteristic rules. So we'll be dealing with the primary key, foreign key, all those things. So let us move to the another another rule, that is discriminant rule. So what is discriminant rule? Discriminant rule is nothing much. So what is discriminant rule is nothing but the distinguishing features and characteristics. So the functions of the coefficients of a polynomial equation. So in the year, what we'll be considering, for example, if the database query has an equation form, so we'll be splitting those what we'll be getting the x and y values, right? So that is what it is all about. So it is a distinguished feature or characteristics. It is nothing but it is distinguishing, or it is segregate. So it's nothing but a distinguishing the attributes of the database. So what will we do? These rules will be distinguishing based on the parameters and characteristics of the parameters. So let us move to the another one, this 3 and this 4, that's known as classification rules. Classification rules are nothing but we'll be classifying based upon the interest or based upon the characteristics or the properties. So classification rules aims to discover a small set of rules in the database to form an accurate classifier. That is what is known classification rules. So it aims to discover a small set of rules in the database to form an accurate classifier. So that is what is called classification rules. So we'll be discovering the small set of rules so that we can able to form a new clusters, so that each node we can send the data very fastly. So the last one is nothing but the fifth one, association rules. So association rules are nothing but the way they link up together. For example, if then statement, it helps to show the probability of relation between the data items. So that is what association rules speaks about. Association rules are nothing but if or else, if else, or if then statements. STEMEN, right? STEMENTS, statements that help to show the probability of relationships between data items. So that is the fifth rule of the database query language. So what is the main background knowledge is that we will be dealing with mostly with the attributes like columns. We will be dealing with only the column names. That is, for example, the serial number, student ID, student name, faculty ID. All those things help us to find the relations between the databases. So later in this database query language, we will be using the use database. There is some small kind of syntaxes to query language, but for example, if you use the command use database, it will be opening the particular database of the student data. From there, select star from. So use table name. We have to mention the table name also. Table name. So from table name, we select star from table name. Where so table name contains a marks column, marks attribute, marks greater than 90. So we will be generating a list of students data, where the marks greater than 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, and 100. So this is the required output we'll be getting from the database while querying. So this is one of the data mining technique, like you can use the databases. So that's all about data mining and textual data mining and text mining. So what we have seen so far, so we have seen text mining. So what is text mining? We have explained what is text mining, and we have seen the challenges of text mining, that information is not unstructured, it has large and textual databases. It has ambiguity, so noisy data is present, and complex and searchability relationship between centers are present. And then later we went to the database query language, and we have seen the types of query languages, relationships or rules of DBQL. We have generalized relationships. Then characteristics rules, we have to follow each and every rule. Discriminate rules, that we have to distinguish each and every attribute. Then we have seen the classification rule, where we will be segregating all the requirements to form a new clusters. Then we have seen the association rule. So that's all about all the social engineering, social networking. So from all the videos, I have explained all the topics, each and every topic, except the few topics. But the few topics we can later deal in offline. But coming to the mid 1 and mid 2 question papers, I have explained each and every question. Once you open your mid 1 or mid 2 question paper and see my videos, that every topic has been dealt in the videos itself. So when you open a mid 1 paper, see every section wise, every question wise. For example, in first mid 1, they have provided us what is the advantages and disadvantages of social engineering. I have explained those. In mid 2, they have given what is preferential attachment model. So I have explained what is preferential attachment model also. So I have discussed every question in mid 1 and mid 2. Now we have to offer the mid 3. So let's hope that what I discussed so far will be coming in the mid paper. So we can get full marks and we will be rocking. So that's all about social networking. Thank you so much for watching all the videos. You will be doing a very good job in your exams. Thank you. Bye bye.